Insight. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. Our top story on the show today, Kamal Haasan, who has entertained and enlightened us through his movies over the past 5 decades, will be stepping into the small screen now as the anchor of the Tamil version of Bigg Boss. He spoke exclusively to NewsX today and even took a dig at superstar Rajinikanth, saying he doesn't convert people into votes. Take a look at the entire story and then we'll open it up for debate.
They are box office rivals, and there is not much difference in their real lives too.
I'm not turning them into vote. I'm only turning my love towards them and their love towards me. And I think that's the only way society can function.
Haasan took a dig at Rajinikanth while being asked about Rajini's entry in politics. The rivalry is out in the open.
ஜனநாயகமே கெட்டு போயிருக்கு. அரசியல் பத்தி, ஜனநாயக பத்தி மக்களின் மனோட்டமே சேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்கு. சோ சிஸ்டமை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணணும்.
With power and popularity comes responsibility. The responsibility to serve the people. Will our stars now take the responsibility and keep their egos aside? Bureau Report, NewsX.
Well, joining us, in fact, live this evening is Arnab Banerjee, film critic. He's live in our studios this evening. We have Venkat Subha, well-known actor, joining us live from Chennai. Also with us, Sridhar Pillai, senior film journalist. He's also live with us from Chennai. I want to begin with you, Venkat Subha. You are a member of the film industry. You, of course, know both Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. Do you feel this is their rivalry coming to the fore once again? The statement from Kamal Haasan clearly indicates that.
Good evening. I will tell you very clearly, I have been noticing him for the past 30 years. There is no rivalry in any of the... Good evening. I will tell you very clearly, I have been noticing him for the past 30 years. There is no rivalry in any of the principles. In fact, your title itself is wrong, actually. Bigg Boss is always Rajinikanth and Tamil Talaiva is Kamal Haasan, considering his knowledge in Tamil. And one more thing is, he has said he will not turn his fans into votes. He has not said anything about Rajini. In all probabilities, even if you put it in different ways, there is no rivalry between Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth, but for media.
You have to read between the lines, Mr. Venkat Subha, which you aren't, and sometimes the media does. Sridhar Pillai, there's been only talk.
Reading between the lines is job of media.
and not individuals. Sridhar Pillai, the fact is, there has only been speculation on one film star's entry into politics. Not on 10, not on 20. So, I mean, it's not rocket science to gauge at whom Kamal Haasan is referring to.
Yeah, but I think it's a media-made thing to pitch one against the other. That they used to do in the early 80s and 90s.
We're not doing it, Mr. Pillai. We never asked Kamal Haasan to take a pot shot at Rajinikanth.
Yeah, but it looks like that because directly...
Rajini knows where the cameras are. I don't use my fans for votes.
I think he just made a general... he just... Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Mr. Kamal Haasan is interested in joining politics. He's just an observer, and I personally feel he has no interest to join active politics. And he made his observations very clear. As far as Mr. Rajinikanth has said, whatever he has said, I don't think there's any...
So can if Rajinikanth does decide to enter politics, then does this statement apply to him as well? Because the fact is, I don't use my fans as vote banks. That would then clearly mean if Rajinikanth decides to enter politics, Sridhar Pillai, that he is using his fans as vote banks, and the other stars who've turned politicians have also used their fans as vote banks.
Yeah, that is if. There's a big if. When is Mr. Rajinikanth going to join politics? Well, if it comes to that, maybe what you are saying will make some sense, but at the moment he doesn't show any inclination to join politics. He's starting his new film from May 28th. He's starting his new film, and I think politics is a long way off.
Okay, before I get in Arnab Banerjee onto the program, Venkat Subba, does this rule out, you feel, Kamal Haasan's entry into politics ever? The fact that he's made such a statement, does this clearly indicate that Kamal Haasan has no interest in joining politics?
It is not a question of interest. Anything may happen at any time. As on date, he is not ready for that, and he has got his own ambitions and he's got his own way to travel. And in all probability, I will tell you one more thing. Even if Rajini decides to come, Kamal Haasan will clearly give a statement that he is with Rajinikanth.
Okay, will we wait for that? We wait for that statement to come in because today it doesn't seem that that statement is likely, at least gauging by what Kamal Haasan has had to say on the topic today. But Arnab Banerjee, if I can come to you, what do you really make of these statements by Kamal Haasan? Is it another big rivalry coming to the fore from the south? The film industry has a lot of examples, Arnab Banerjee, of rivalries between two big stars. Is this yet another example?
I think it is, before that I must tell you that today there's a huge film release which is not exactly a feature film. It's called Sachin, A Billion Dreams. It's a documentary, and Sachin, is rightly called the god of cricket. Now, between the two of them, between Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth, I think Rajinikanth, they're both hugely popular stars in their own right, and they have played a long innings, maybe more than 30, 40 years, close to 40 years, I would say. But there is something about Rajinikanth, that gives him an edge over Kamal Haasan, which is why I think he is considered to be the god as far as Tamil cinema is concerned. So I think when Kamal Haasan started long back, Rajinikanth didn't do so well, and then the rivalry started, and this continues to be the media's attention for so many years now, for many decades, even after so many other actors and stars have done so well. Yet I think the media's, some section of the media is trying to fan it only because I think it rekindles a new interest in their rivalry. That's
okay.
it.
Okay. C. Rajashekharan, senior lawyer, also joining us on the program this evening. Mr. Rajashekharan, Rajinikanth may not have officially announced his entry into politics, but already you have a plethora of people cutting across party lines and now cutting across his own industry as well, who want to take a jibe at him, who want to make a statement on his eventual entry. Interesting, isn't it? It just shows the superstar's power and possible fandom if he does decide to enter politics, that everyone already wants to have an opinion.
Rajinikanth is not the superstar of Tamil cinema, there's no dispute in that, but he is not the superstar of Tamil Nadu politics, which Kamal Haasan has clearly said.
Not just yet.
See, I'll tell you, don't jump your gun before anything could happen. Rajinikanth is an actor, and I don't see two different persons in Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth. They are both, because nobody understands Rajinikanth as Kamal understands him, because they have been traveling for decades together. From on the streets of Chennai, from AVM studios, they have risen up to that level. For everything known between them, they know all the good and bad what they enjoyed in Tamil cinema as well as the Indian cinema. So the fact of the matter is, Kamal Haasan has all the right to condemn, to welcome, to take a jibe, to take a dig, whatever, and nobody can take the credit by interpreting what Kamal said, because Kamal Haasan is more acquainted with the facts about Rajini than anybody. I would go to the extent of saying even his wife will not understand Rajinikanth as Kamal understood, because that is the track record, and they are not two different entities. They are together, and I see this. Maybe it is at the base of Rajinikanth's wish also. He would have made the statements, or he would have acted as per the wishes of Rajinikanth. He would have understood him more than anybody. So all
no, but this is a clear critique then. This is a clear critique coming in from someone who knows him very well. That or possible advice as well, that you shouldn't use your fans as vote banks. Should this be read as advice?
Everybody are small entities when it comes to Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth's friendship, because it goes for several decades. They understand each other more than anybody. We can interpret according to our fancies. That is not the truth. That is the harsh truth. What Kamal speaks about Rajinikanth and Rajinikanth speaks about Kamal is the known fact in them.
You see, the fact is, Mr. Rajashekharan, they may be very good friends, but if they have different political ideologies, then why not Sridhar Pillai? Can Kamal Haasan take a different stand? Or why not Venkat Subha? Can Kamal Haasan take a different stand to Rajinikanth? They may be great friends, Venkat Subha, as you are obviously implying, and maybe on the same page, but if they have a different political viewpoint, then Kamal Haasan would want to critique Rajinikanth.
You are right. It's a different political view. That's all. Kamal Haasan may not do that. Rajinikanth has got all the rights to do that. Kamal Haasan not criticizing Rajinikanth. He is just expressing his view. We unnecessarily read in between lines and we are trying to create something.
Sridhar Pillai,
I feel they are still, they are always the best of friends because they are the best of friends because they have almost survived now for 40 years at the top. It's not a joke to survive, and they need maybe each other to survive also there. So as far as making a statement like this is all just, I think, whistling in the woods, that's all.
no, but,
I mean,
but Mr. Pillai, as you're saying, they need each other to survive in the film industry. They are the best of friends, but if Rajinikanth decides to enter politics and he joins a political party that Kamal Haasan is not ideologically in sync with, then he will feel free to criticize Rajinikanth or to criticize that party. They're both different individuals at the end of the day. They are entitled to their own opinion.
Definitely, why not? Ideologically, ideologically they need not be in the same boat. Ideologically, there's nothing that holds them together. And why should they have the same ideology? I think also they differ in their ideology. Mr. Rajinikanth has a different ideology and Mr. Kamal Haasan has a different ideology.
Mr. Rajashekharan is coming in.
Yeah.
See, all this interpretation is today. The fact remains, nobody knows what is the gel between Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth because they are. The fact remains, nobody knows what is the gel between Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth because they are great friends since so many decades. I was told 50 years. See, 50 years.
No, Mr. Rajashekharan.
They share many things together. So, ideology is issue for them.
Mr. Rajashekharan, isn't this an example? Doesn't this show the immense amount of clout that Rajinikanth would possibly enjoy if he decides to enter politics? You're saying we are being premature by immediately dictating him or designating him a superstar of political arena. But the fact is, Thalaiva has not even announced his entry into politics, and already you have individuals making cheap shots or making jibes at him. You have the minister in the OPS, or rather in the EPS government, who is already questioning Rajinikanth's credentials, who is saying, oh, he is from Karnataka, he is not a Tamilian. You have BJP leader Subramaniam Swamy, who is also questioning Rajinikanth's seriousness about politics. Doesn't this show their fear? Doesn't this show a sense of insecurity? Doesn't this show what kind of clout and what kind of euphoria Rajini could create if he decides to enter the political arena?
See, Rajinikanth was a reckoning post 1996. I do agree. Today, he has got a lot of personal issues. See, he is 67-year-old elderly person. Of course, he has got all the right to take a plunge into politics. But his health has to permit. He has got a lot of health issues.
Even you, it seems, Mr. Rajashekharan, are a bit scared if Rajinikanth enters politics and he does not decide to join the AIDMK. I can gauge that.
I don't hold brief to anybody. But the fact remains, if Rajinikanth wants to enter politics in a democracy, people's democracy, it is the people to elect their own leader and the chief minister.
Then why are you already being a naysayer? Why are you already ruling him out of the arena?
No, I am saying social media against Rajini. What I could understand as per the state going by Rajini himself. He was candidly asking that why social media is so anti-Rajini. Said by himself.
It depends on which accounts you are looking at. There are a lot of people who are welcoming him. Today, Amit Shah, BJP president, has also said he welcomes Rajinikanth's entry if it does happen.
See, I have nothing against him. Even I welcome him. but it is the people of Tamil Nadu to whether to vote him as a chief minister or discard him.
Arnab Banerjee, there has of course been a plethora of stars, particularly down south, who made very successful politicians.
Right.
Does this show, just give an example of what kind of euphoria Rajinikanth could create if he does decide to eventually enter politics?
I think I'd like to ask first Mr. Kamal Haasan, if he says that if ever he joined politics, he would not personally use his fans as vote banks, which sounds a little odd, because I think both are extremely popular, hugely successful stars, and I think whatever they have gained over the years, they are going to put all that to good use once any of them or both of them decide to join politics. So, of course, as I said earlier, Rajinikanth is several steps ahead of Mr. Kamal Haasan. Kamal Haasan continues to act in films as the hero, as the lead. He has just announced a film. And he plays the hero in most of these films. So probably he is not thinking of joining politics in the near future. But if he does, I think he would do the same. So I don't read much into the comment, except for the fact that, as both my fellow panelists just said, that they may be good friends, but they belong to two different ideologies, and it's good to have different points of view. That's it.
Okay, Sridhar Pillai, but are these words a bit premature from Kamal Haasan? What possible context could he have made these statements in? You're saying we shouldn't take them too seriously, but what possible context do you feel he could have made these statements?
I think it was at the launch of his television program, Big Boss.
Yeah.
He made these comments. I think the media asked him all these questions, and probably he just said that I don't see much, I don't read much into that, because it's a long way off, and at the best, I mean, it's just maybe just media made to keep the media happy or something like that. He must have said these statements. I don't see anything really, I would say, I would take Tamil Nadu ministers or somebody's statement, say against Rajinikanth or something like that, a little more.
Okay.
But I think they are and they have to be
you are
the best
reading
of
too
friends.
much into the statements made by Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth. They are only hyping their own position as the films are yet to get to release, or they are announced new films to act.
So
Maybe
this
that is also the reason for this hype.
So this is a publicity stunt, is what you're saying?
Yeah, probabilities are there, because Rajinikanth has announced Kala and Kamal Haasan is acting in a movie. Maybe they both are 66, 67-year-old actors. They need to keep the fans and keep the market in a high spot. That is also maybe the reason. So why to jump into
Venkat
conclusion
Subha,
and,
Venkat
too
Subha, is this a
hypothetical
PR strategy? Is this a PR strategy?
Possibilities are there.
Does it look like?
You cannot rule out that.
You're smiling,
Right,
Venkat
you cannot
Subha.
rule out this also.
Very simple. It is not it's not like that. But unnecessarily, we are only creating like that. He had a chance being given to Kamal Haasan. If Kamal Haasan is there in this debate now, he would have clarified everything in 2 minutes. All our debate points will be over. Unnecessarily, he has told something during Big Boss, and we are trying to do something here. Nothing is like that.
Why is he unnecessarily told that?
View is different.
Why is he unnecessarily told that, though? Do you feel he was...
Maybe
not
the state
unnecessary.
managed.
Even
It is
very
well
simple,
planned,
very
well
simple,
structured
boss.
also. Uday, we cannot rule out that also.
Very simple, very
End of the day, the people are made the fools by these actors.
very simple, boss. See now, very simple, boss. Now I am in this debate. I am a fan of Rajinikanth. Okay. If you ask me 10 questions, at least in 1 or 2 questions, you will have a chance to interpret as if I am not a fan. It's only a question of interpretation. Whatever you want, you can do that.
Okay, but can we interpret then, Venkat Subha, that Kamal Haasan is ruling out his entry into politics through this statement? By him saying that my people are not for votes, does he mean to say that...
As on this minute, tomorrow he... Hey, very simple, boss. See, it is today's situation. He may change tomorrow. It is not guaranteed. Tomorrow something may happen. Rajinikanth may quit, Kamal may enter, anything may happen. It is today's situation. He is concentrating on Big Boss, Rajinikanth is concentrating on Kala, and we are concentrating on debate.
We are concentrating on debate, and that's why Rajashekaran is concentrating on criticizing as well. He is saying that's why you can't take their words seriously if they change tomorrow. If they change their style tomorrow.
See, they are playing to the galleries.
Need not be.
Business go high in the market. They want the distributors to get convinced to invest money. The producers should be happy. Distributors should be happy. The fans should be happy. End of the day, people are made fools by these actors. Why are you taking them seriously? They are not. They are just simple actors.
Rajashekaran.
Let them act. Let them make money and be happy. Why are you making them?
Well, Mr. Rajashekaran, even Jayalalitha was an actor. You support the AIDMK. Even Amma Jayalalitha. God bless her soul. God bless Amma's soul. But even she was an actor. So you can't paint all actors in one brush.
See, Uday, I'll make one thing clear. I am not against Rajinikanth or Kamal Haasan taking a plunge into politics. I am only saying if they want
Venkat Subha wants to respond to you. Venkat Subha is also an actor. Let him respond.
They want to act in movies. Let them act.
Venkat Subha is also an actor. He wants to respond to you.
No, Venkat Subha may be actor, but if he is going to enter politics, let him we welcome Venkat Subha to become the chief minister. He is also a fit candidate because we don't have anybody. We have got only actors to become chief ministers. We are jobless people, no. Only actors will come and save Tamil Nadu. Ridiculous and bizarre.
Rajashekaran, leave alone all the lines. Please understand, Rajashekaran, they are not playing for galleries. They are not playing for galleries. They are doing their job. In between one or two lines, we make it bigger.
No, Venkat, you are only making it bigger, Venkat. We are not making. We are very clear. We the people know what to do. We have thought mistakes happen. Venkat, I am not like you. I am very clear, and you know me very well. I am very clear.
Okay. But at the end of the day, Arnab Banerjee, Rajashekaran may be saying, of course, actors are not the sole claimants to the CM's chair, but it's no doubt that they have made successful politicians, and that's why parties give them tickets.
They have.
That's why parties give them tickets, Arnab. That they have made successful politicians, and that's why parties give them tickets.
They have.
That's why parties give them tickets, Arnab.
Absolutely. Also, I think at the fag end of many of their careers, a lot of actors considered getting into politics seriously. I mean, a lot of them become directors or producers, or they take acting more seriously. But I think there is another door open to many of them now, especially in the South, where people do enter politics and do extremely well for themselves. So it is one way of looking at success,
Okay.
I think if Kamal Haasan decided to join politics, he would.
Sridhar Pillai, you agree? You agree? Closing comment from you, Sridhar Pillai, you agree? Actors have proven that they make successful politicians.
Yeah,
they have
I think
also proven that they don't make successful politicians in certain contexts.
Nobody in this world can predict which actor will jump into politics next. I mean, a long time back, when Vijaykanth jumped into politics, just before that, nobody thought he will really jump into politics. And see what happened when he jumped into politics.
Yeah.
But so I cannot say who will join politics or what time, but definitely in South India, there's definitely a chance for actors to come and join politics at the end of their career.
So will Rajni take the political plunge or not? That remains the big question. But of course, the opinions on that keep on coming day after day. We leave it at that, gentlemen. Thanks very much for joining us on the show this evening. That's all we have for you on Insight. Nation at 9 up next.